as the home of the Royal Liver Assurance Company. Tales of the true Liver Bird relate to the city's maritime heritage. The Liver Bird that looks over the Mersey is said to represent the wives at home, looking out for their sailor husbands. The Liver Bird watching over the city is said to represent the sailors, looking forward to meeting their families, after whom the dock is named. As a consequence of several damaging fires which engulfed the then wooden warehouses, the dock board was determined to build a long-lasting complex, the result of which you now see before you. During the Second World War, Liverpool suffered enormous damage as a result of German bombing raids. The Albert Dock was also badly damaged. After the war, the Mersey Dock and Harbour Board decided to effectively abandon the Albert Dock and even considered its demolition. Thankfully, this did not happen, and in 1976, Liverpool City Council decreed the Albert Dock Conservation Area. In 1981, regeneration of the Liverpool waterfront began, and 4 years later, one of the dock's major attractions, the Merseyside Maritime Museum, opened. Today, the complex is a modern service and cultural centre, containing attractions such as the Tate Gallery and the Beatles Story. It is also home to several shops, bars, restaurants and hotels. As we depart the dock, you will see across the road the Merseyside Police Headquarters and alongside it, the Hilton Hotel. The buildings now occupy what was once the site of Liverpool's, and indeed the UK's, first ever purpose-built dock. Opened in 1715, it was used to advance the town's involvement in the appalling transatlantic slave trade. From small beginnings, by 1807, the year of abolition, Liverpool was Europe's leading slave trade port. For more than 20 years prior, Liverpool slave trade merchants vehemently opposed abolition, believing it would result in financial ruin. During the period of involvement, over 1.5 million African men, women, and salt works. At the time, Liverpool was an important transport terminal for the salt industry. We are now passing Wapping Quay, and opposite was once the site of the King's Dock, opened in 1785 and the third to do so on the Mersey. The dock was closed to shipping in 1972. Now on the site are a number of important venues, including the Liverpool Conference Centre. The largest venue, the Liverpool Arena, opened in 2008 to coincide with Liverpool's award as the European Capital of Culture. The arena seats over 11,000 and is the city's leading indoor entertainment centre. Many international stars have performed there, including Paul McCartney, Bob Dylan and Lady Gaga. King's Dock is also home to the John Lennon Peace Monument, dedicated to the memory of the ex-Beatle. The monument was unveiled on the 9th of October 2010 by John's ex-wife Cynthia and their son Julian. The date was chosen as John would have been celebrating his 70th birthday on the day. Wapping opposite, opened in 1856, was designed by Jesse Hartley, the man responsible for the Albert Dock. It was also bombed during the Second World War, suffering more damage than the Albert Dock, so much so that almost half of it was demolished. Wapping, like the King's Dock, was also closed in 1972. Merchant trading was still needed, and it didn't require the slave trade to achieve success. During the 19th century, as well as travelling to the Americas, hundreds of Liverpool merchant ships increased trade with Europe, Africa, Asia, including India and China, and later Australia. Millions of tons of goods arrived at the port, which expanded further. In the 1840s and 50s, apart from the Albert and Wapping docks, 10 further docks were constructed. Liverpool's working waterfront now stretched more than 8 miles along the Mersey. Liverpool was a boom town in the mid to late 19th century. As a consequence, its population rapidly expanded, as thousands of people from across the British Isles came to the town in search of work. In 1801, Liverpool was home to about 77,000 people. 100 years later, its population has increased to an incredible 700,000. The rise in population did, though, cause many problems, including overcrowded accommodation, as thousands squeezed into the housing available. For much of the 19th century, house builders could not keep up with demand for the new accommodation. During the same period, it was not only the transportation of merchandise which led to the expansion of the docks, but also the transportation of people. From the mid-19th century to the outbreak of the First World War in 1914, Liverpool was Europe's leading immigration port, shipping people to America, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. Hundreds of thousands of British citizens, as well as Scandinavians, Germans, Russians and Italians, boarded Liverpool ships to travel in search of new lives. Having arrived in Liverpool, often a small percentage of immigrants did not have the means to continue their onward journey. Many found work here and eventually settled in the town. A significant proportion of Liverpool's current population is descended from those would-be immigrants. Perhaps the most famous of all passenger ships, the Titanic, is associated with Liverpool. Its owners, the White Star Line, had its headquarters here. Two words, Titanic and Liverpool, were emblazoned on the ship's bow. In April 1912, Titanic met a tragic end. Crossing the Atlantic, journeying to America, it struck an iceberg and sank, killing many hundreds on board. One of the Mersey's major attractions is the iconic Mersey Ferry, which has a long history sailing across the river. Benedictine monks ran the first ferry service. You'll see the Liverpool Water Sports Centre. The centre is a not-for-profit organisation, but part of a charity called Local Solutions. Its aim is to make water sports accessible for all, by providing a wide variety of affordable activities. The activities include paddleboarding, open water swimming, kayaking and canoeing. You may well spot some people engaged in one or two of these activities on your return journey to the Albert Dock. After we turn, look towards the city centre and you will soon see a red brick tower which dominates the Liverpool skyline. The tower is part of Liverpool's magnificent Anglican Cathedral, one of the two in the city. The cathedral looks nothing like the original design. As you know, that now belongs to the Port of Liverpool building. The tower stands 154 metres above the Mersey. Work began on the cathedral in 1904, but the building was not completed until 1978 when it officially opened. Construction took so long because each individual red sandstone block was carved on site by stonemasons. The cathedral is of record-breaking design. It is the largest in the UK and the largest Anglican cathedral in Europe. It contains the largest working church organ in the world and the highest and heaviest church bells in the world. The Anglican Cathedral is situated at the southern end of Hope Street. Half a mile away at the northern end of the street stands Liverpool's Catholic Cathedral. After you disembark and walk through the waterfall, look out for a building in the distance with a roof that looks as though it's topped with a crown. This is the Catholic Cathedral. Now, sit back and relax as we begin our return to the Albert Dock. Please remain seated until the boat is safely berthed at the dockside. The crew will inform you when it's safe to disembark. If you have enjoyed the boat tour, please ask your family and friends to try the experience. Thank you for choosing us for your tour and enjoy the rest of your day in the wonderful city of Liverpool.
Watching the Sunday. Yeah.
magkakapit ka. Kasi kapit ka siya sa akin.
This is Marina Hotel. Marina.
Ayan, Liverpool Marina. At saka yung style ng bahay, parang ano, yung Victorian. Ayan na, turn around na tayo. Natin mo yung mga kaya nga, overlooking lang. Pero mahal siguro. Ganda na to. Ang ganyan. Mahal siguro yan. Rent. Ubad mo kung saan. Malapit na sa lahat. Sa center. Tsaka pag malaki, anong hirap i-upload?
Hanggang ilan lang na-upload?
Pag more than 3 na, ang hirap i-upload eh. Mga 1 is okay. Kaya din ako pag pinaka-upload. Lalo ko yung, ano sinasabi niya katidral?
Parang hindi yata dito. Malalim ba dito?
Hanapin natin. Hanapin nila muna ng video. Diba? tama